Hey. Ooh.
Oh!
Looky there.
Okay. I don't know what I did, but it worked.
I don't either, but ooh, man, the volume is killing my ears.
What, me?
Just overall. Try to talk lower.
So if I'm yelling like this, is it crazy?
Shit, you just blew my eardrums out.
You don't need them. You don't need them.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad you made it in.
No, you're talking loud because your eardrum.
Yes. No, I'm freaking deaf.
Oh, shit. Choking on my own spit. I'm choking on my own spit.
I'm in my work duds. I didn't even get to change for the stream, so what can I say? Thanks everybody for joining in. Gosh, this has been a crazy week, and I don't like that I'm hearing a loop. I don't know why I'm hearing a loop, but I am. How do I stop that? I gotta figure that out. Am I hearing myself on your cam? Yes, I'm hearing myself on your cam. You don't have headphones?
Yeah, well, give me a second.
Yeah, dude. Playback's killing me. We gotta say hello to Mo Biggs.
Mo Biggs, Mo problems.
Gate kept by the schedule. You diabolical. And then we've got our Crazy Mad. And so we'll get to his question of the week in just a few minutes. Get those headphones on yet? Oh my gosh, you have to get it out of the packaging. Did you just buy them?
I'm muting myself because I got my headphones are Bluetooth and I got to set this all up. I don't know. This is
all right. Sheesh. Hey, no feedback. That is awesome. No loop anymore. Well, we got Mo and Crazy Mad and Murph. That's awesome. Looks like about 3 of us are in the chat right now. I know this is a weird night for us, but we've been trying out some different nights to see if they work. And we're probably not going to be doing Tuesday nights for a while my son is in college. And just the way things are working with the schedule. So that's where we're at.
How's it now?
That's pretty good. I'm not hearing feedback. I can hear you.
Woo.
Can you hear me? Can you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why?
Okay. Well, you weren't answering, so I thought, oh no, you can't hear me. Okay. So, because, I mean, we really don't have but maybe 3 people watching.
Well, we got the best 3 people watching, so it's all good.
We do. So the question of the week, zombie apocalypse or global ice age? What do you think?
Global ice age.
Casey says global ice age.
That sounds like a dream come true.
She says dream come true.
Didn't Casey ever watch the movie 2012? That like happened.
You mean 2112 by Rush?
No, the movie. Or is it Day After Tomorrow?
Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
She might have, but she loves the cold. She would live in the ice age. She would think it was a fantastic thing. And Crazy Mad says late and gay, I'm blaming Murph. I do too. It was actually my fault this time because he was ready to set up the stream and I didn't have it prepared and it was all my fault. So anyway, that said, I'm really sorry.
So suck it, Crazy Mad.
Yeah.
Suck it.
It was my fault. But
so wait, I don't know how you would pick Ice Age where you'd be frozen over zombie apocalypse. You can go to an island and stay away from zombie apocalypse.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Although it depends on what's causing the zombie apocalypse, right? So like if it's like a disease,
there's never a reason though.
People, well, not truly. I mean, if it's a disease,
World War Z was a disease, right?
Yeah, then you could catch it from people. So would an island save you? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, then in the Will Smith movie, there was like 10% of the population didn't get the disease,
right?
And then they were eaten by the rest.
Hey, Joseph's in the chat.
Hello. Dad.
So if you had a boat, Murph, do you have a boat? I mean, that's the thing. I guess if you could get far enough away, you probably could stay away from the zombie apocalypse. unless it affected the whole population on Earth.
You
I'll
know
tell you
what,
what.
though, too? You think you could survive stuff, but look at how the world responded to COVID. And how, like, you couldn't leave your house. Like, it was such a cluster muck of stuff. Like,
Look
so
what
the
Dean's
zombie
saying.
apocalypse.
Hold on. Dean says this ignores his DMs. No, I didn't. I was going to respond to you, Dean. I haven't got to respond to you yet because I had to figure out when we can do our stream for next week. So don't worry. I will answer you when I get out of the stream. It will happen.
Damn, right with the C word.
I know, man.
Man. Woo.
Hunt.
Woo.
Yeah.
For these
now we're being
clout
called
chasers.
Clout chasers. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
You can only be
I deserve
considered a
credit.
clout chaser if there's some clout in front of you, like a dog chasing a car.
Yeah.
There's
like
no
if there's
clout
something-
around
yeah.
here for us to chase. Like, you know?
He's Australian. He's allowed.
Who's Australian? You? Dean's Australian?
What? How do you not know this? Do you see mate in his name? Where? How do you not have the hint?
Yeah, but I thought he was just chasing the clout for
Oh.
the Australians.
No.
G'day,
I've
mate.
never heard him talk. Like he talked with us on the show.
I thought it was a learning disability.
Send Dean the link. Well, we're going to do a
Oh,
setup.
yeah.
We have the whole show for him next week. So
Yeah.
let's do that. How about that?
I'm
Is that
Australian.
okay, Dean? We are going to do it next week. How's Wednesday next week work for you? Let's do that. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. So let me know if that works for you. I'll DM you later. So anyway, I think I picked the zombie apocalypse. I got to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Everything's dead in the cold. Like, you're cold. Like, electricity doesn't work. Like, shit. Like, ice. No running water. Like, it would be terrible. An ice age, yeah.
Wednesday. W. Wednesday. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, the zombie apocalypse would be terrible in all of its own ways. You'd have to kill people. You'd come close to dying, and you may not last very long. But I don't know if I'd want to live in that kind of horror for very long anyway, right?
Sorry, my headphones just told me I have an hour left of charge, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, well, would you want to live through the horrors of a zombie apocalypse?
I mean, it depends. Like, The Walking Dead, the comic, made a really good point that in the winters, they're, like, stuck to the ground, frozen. So there'd be a lot of times where the zombie apocalypse wouldn't really be that bad. Like, you go up to Canada, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
So you'd have to live north in the cold.
Yeah.
And then you'd be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're slow anyways, so they'd be even slower.
But then you're in the global ice age, so why not just choose global ice age? I don't get it.
No, Canada isn't global ice age. Come on.
Oh, I bet it would be compared to Ohio.
I don't know. I mean, Ohio, from Scranton, we got way worse snowstorms than in Ohio here. You guys don't get anything. Well, if you're in Cleveland, you do. That lake effect snow is terrible.
Yeah, but well, I guess it depends on the year for us. But I mean, I can't stand the cold.
This has been a nice...
Yeah, it is. I think you're going out, man.
Who, me?
Yeah. You like really muted there for a second.
Dang it.
Global ice age means no more dogs in most parts of the world.
That's true.
And he says, F that noise, man. F
Yeah, dogs are amazing. Dogs are the best thing in the world. I think if we mandated that dogs had to be around per person, like, so you go to the mail, there's a dog that's just there, like, chilling, like,
Sure.
the world would be so much better. People start arguing, both dogs would get up, everyone would be like, chill, 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 chill,
Well,
chill.
I have some thoughts like the survival rate in an apocalypse or the zombie apocalypse would be higher, I think, because it could be all seasons still. So you would have warm times, cold times, and you could
Depending
even
where you
move.
live.
Yeah, but I mean, you could move to warmer climates still.
With the Ice Age, you're screwed.
Yeah,
It's an
with the
Ice Age.
you got to find ways. You got to find fuel of some kind to build fire with, and that can
Even
be
that,
hard to come by.
the Ice Age, it's so cold. It's like fire doesn't even fucking work. Like,
Well, I mean, if you had buildings or if you had places to be, you can hunker down in and have places. You know, you could get warm, but it would be tougher.
it's a lot of male on male contact
Ooh.
to keep warm.
Yep, zombie apocalypse for me. Anyway. Oh, what do I know? Anyway, so we are here to talk about some weird stuff tonight. I mean, we're talking music still because we like to talk music on this channel.
Wait, whoa. Crazy
Right?
Mad just put in the Tweety
The
that
equator.
the could be so. No, you said Ice Age. That Ice Age,
that would
everything's
change.
iced.
Yeah, the global ice age would change the
Yeah.
equator. I mean, he
Yeah, the
says
equator ain't warm. No, it's not warm. Everything's frozen.
It depends.
The oceans are frozen. Nothing's moving.
I don't know, man. It might be warmer than like the North Pole or down in Antarctica or something.
If the day after tomorrow's correct, they couldn't even start a fire. It was so cold. Like the air was just so dense and cold. It just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
He said the entire planet isn't covered. Well, now you're having like,
isn't that the point of why it's called an
Fucking
Ice
rules.
Age? Crazy Mad.
yeah, you're making rules. See, even Dean says it's ridiculous. I don't know if that's what he meant it for, but that's what I'm using it for. Okay, Dean? Anyway. So yeah, we wanted to talk about music. The music festival that comes around our parts.
So look, they're even saying. I just Googled it, and during the Ice Age, the equator was covered with ice. Now this is going back 716 million years ago.
Okay, why are we? This is all made up shit.
That
Why
the
are we
Earth
doing
was actually no. This is scientific saying that
Oh.
the Earth was actually an ancient snowball Earth during the Ice Age.
this? Sure.
So yeah, everything was in ice. There's no warm equator.
But you don't
here.
know if fire could work in that air in that age or not. It was just an ice age. It means like the climate.
Well, yeah, I don't know about the fire thing, but Crazy
Yeah.
Man's definitely wrong about the equator being warm. No, it's iced. It's the Ice Age is iced everywhere. You're
All right, moving on. Anyway, let's talk music now. For the third time. Let's move on to music.
hey.
So there
Hey.
is a music and art fest that comes around to Columbus every year, right?
Yeah, except for the last couple because of COVID.
Yeah,
It's been a bit.
COVID messed up everything, and then of course it did. And then so now they're getting back to having this thing called Sonic Temple. It's changed names. It's changed hands. So it
Yeah,
used to be
venue.
called Rock on the Range, and they used to have all kinds of great acts come. I mean, well, some were great, some were just okay. But
I
now
always
this year-
I always really liked it. It had mostly the bands I liked.
yeah, and this year the lineup is very, I would say, kind of eclectic.
Yeah, very inconsistent with how they usually do.
Yeah. So we were just talking about that a little bit and how that affects, who goes. We like music on this channel, and I like to talk about that a lot, as much as comic books. And so I think we'll probably bounce between those two quite a bit. So I hope we don't turn off a lot of people, but usually when we talk bands on here, everybody really has a good time. So we will do that. I'm going to bring up a picture of the lineup for Sonic Temple for this year. Let me see if I can find it.
Do you need me to bring it up?
Nope, I got it. So here it is. I hope it's going to be in a clear picture. That's what I'm afraid of. It had to be small, of course. So then when I go in, it's real tiny and gross. No, I need to find a better pic. This is not good. There we go. This is better. So let me add this pic.
The day after tomorrow is not utter rubbish. It's somewhat rubbish, Crazy Mad, but not
It's a pretty dumb
utter.
movie. It's a stupid movie. If Limp Bizkit doesn't headline, I'm not interested. I mean,
Dude, could you get a smaller
you know,
picture where you can't read the headliners even?
this is all there is, dude. Like, it's all that way. So how about that?
good.
How about that?
Good.
So there you go.
So-
Sonic Temple in May of this year.
So, a good thing and a bad thing about this. So usually it's only 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you get 3 headliners, which means they have full sets each night. So you get 9 headliners. With how they did this,
Sure.
2 for 4 nights, you get 8. So you're already getting less one headliner, and you're getting billed more for an extra day.
Okay,
So that sucks.
let me ask people in the chat, like, if you saw this lineup, would you be interested in this, or is this just kind of like, what the hell is this? So what
Put
do
it
you-
down a little bit so they can see the Foo Fighters with the Deftones.
Oh yeah, I'll have to scroll up a little bit.
You can't
yeah,
get it
that's-
perfect.
No, because it's too big at that point. So Foo Fighters and Deftones are headlining. Kiss and Rob Zombie are headlining. Weird. Avenged Sevenfold, Queens of the Stone Age, and then Tool and Godsmack.
Mhm.
In my opinion, the first day might be the coolest one.
It's by far my favorite one.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's got Suicidal Tendencies, which
Beartooth
my
is pretty
favorite.
good. I don't know who is Suicidal Tendencies.
What?
Yeah, who do they sound like?
Gosh, they sound like Suicidal Tendencies.
I don't know who Pennywise is. Do you know who they are? I know Bad Omens.
I can't tell you what Suicidal sounds like, but they were the band that Trujillo came from to go to Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the band he used to be in.
Okay.
Okay, so Crazy Mad says, I've seen Tool, Godsmack, Avenged Sevenfold, Kiss, Foo Fighters, and Deftones before.
I've
So-
only seen Tool and Godsmack. I haven't seen... I like Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
Queens of Stone Age are okay.
I like Queens of the Stone Age, but
I think they're a little
it's weird.
soft.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
I
Rob
don't-
Zombie and Avenged Sevenfold would have
I
went
don't care
better
if they're
on the
soft.
same night.
I'm listening to them for different things. It's more like, but if you mix like real heavy with a softer band, I think that's a little weird sometimes. In a
I agree.
festival like this,
I
'Cause
agree.
a lot of times people are coming to see, certain types of music.
So, like when Metallica headlined, the 2 bands before them that were headlining was Volbeat, which I think really goes well with them.
Yeah,
Volbeat, you know them, and Primus, which Primus, that was so cool. And even Primus was like, we've never been on the same stage with Metallica, so that was even cooler that they were there, that they were the ones setting up for them, and that was a really good.
Pennywise's old punk. Okay, that makes sense.
Now,
I never listened to Pennywise.
no, I haven't either. The good thing, though, I'll say about this is every year Rock on the Range was usually the first or second week of May. And every year it would rain. And because it's in a soccer stadium, we'd have to leave if there's any rain because of lightning with the metal.
Yeah.
So this being late in May should be way
Lightning
better
with the metal.
with the metal.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
riding the lightning, baby.
Yeah. Right.
But it would happen every
You wish it
year.
was so cool. You wish it was so cool.
Yeah, I got to see
I mean-
Metallica there. That was freaking amazing. They were so good.
No.
Metallica
Anyway,
was great. They did like 25 songs too. Like
I think
They-
the thing
they
for
let
me,
them-
if we saw these bands, like some of these bands are kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing the Foo Fighters.
no, I would like to
although-
see the Foo. I like the Deftones too. Actually, that Sunday, the first Thursday and the last night. What's happening? Why can't I hear?
I don't know.
That was just weird. Something happened.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the Foo Fighters and Deftones. I would
might be
like to
fun.
see them.
I think
I have zero interest in Rob Zombie.
Sublime with Rome, so that must be they must have a different guy singing or something. And then Filter, I can't believe Filter is one of the small bands. I would think
Yeah,
they'd be a little
that
bigger.
is weird, isn't it? Yeah.
And then Rival
Nothing more
Sons.
is too.
So the Night
I-
of Kiss, there's Rival Sons. I really like them a lot.
They're cool. Trivium's cool. Trivium's really hard.
I saw Trivium with Megadeth in Cincinnati. I didn't love them, man. And then they were
Really?
supposed to open for Iron Maiden, but they changed, so they didn't come to that show.
I don't like when
Yeah,
he
I'm not a big
barks. Sometimes he gets in the barking.
I don't like it.
Yeah, when Metallica... I'm trying to think. Because Korn was one of the headliners.
Yeah.
Korn was the Saturday night headliner.
I mean, I guess the one I would probably want to see would be, I would definitely want to see Rival
Foo
Sons.
Fighters. Because I haven't. Foo Fighters.
And to be
I would like to
honest,
see them.
it would be fun to see Kiss, but there's times when I've seen their live show on TV or something, and I'm like, why are they still doing this? They're a little too old to be in that makeup with the...
You know, it was interesting, though, because the one year they had... who's the group that sings Pretty Fly for a White Guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's,
far... Heaven so far away. Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's not...
I have their...
They played, and they were very old, but they were awesome. Their
not
set
that
was
old.
great. Dude, they were like in their 70s.
So I hate that they call themselves Sublime without Brad Knowles. So yeah, I mean, that sucks, but you got to do what you can do. Yeah, Offspring, that's who it is.
Yeah, they were great, but yeah, they're old. Like, I didn't think they'd be that old, but what, they were in their 30s, in the 90s?
They've been around since the 90s, though. So what do you got to say? I mean,
It's
if
a long
they're
time,
still
dude.
rocking, I don't care. But Kiss is just getting up there too far. I'm not a big Rob Zombie fan, so I could take or leave
No.
that. But if I was able to see,
I don't like Rob Zombie at all, and I've tried.
I guess my problem with the festival thing is that there's a whole hell of a lot of bands I don't care about, and there might be one or two that I really love. And so,
See,
I don't
usually
like the
they
way
have
all the
tons of
money
groups I
on-
love.
yeah, I wouldn't want to spend money on a concert like this because of the amount of money you spend on this. And
Well,
only
for
see,
all
like,
days.
3 or 4 bands. You know what I mean? Like,
But again, if they had a day where you had like 6 or 7 bands that you've really liked, because that's
Yeah.
what's happened. There's been years where there was like a Saturday which every band they had, I really, really liked, and it was just amazing.
but look at this. This is so strange to me because when you look at some of these other smaller bands, I've never heard of any of them.
Yeah,
Born of Osiris, Bandmade.
Yeah, I don't know any of
Name
them.
on Fire, Dayseeker. I have never heard of them. You got the Violent, Giovanni and the Hired Guns, 0936, New Year's Day. I mean, who are these people? And they're not like little bands that you've heard of before.
oh,
It's very strange to me. But then once you get up into that like third tier, Blackstone Cherry, Census.
but that's
Fail.
why even with the extra day, you're just getting more bands you haven't heard of. You're kind of getting
Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange.
the
So,
3
like,
days was better.
Yeah, I don't like it. I got to be honest.
Heaven is so far
And I would
away.
rather them stick to one style of music too, instead of all the different styles. This is too eclectic for me.
The one year I didn't go and they had Joan Jett there, and I was mad. I wanted to see her live because she'll be dying soon someday, right?
Who? Joan Jett?
Joan Jett, yeah.
I mean, damn, she's not that old, dude. Gosh.
Wasn't
Hey, that
she in her
reminds me.
30s or 40s and 80s?
Maybe. Did you guys see where David Crosby passed away?
No.
Yep. Y'all know who David Crosby is, don't you?
Yeah, Bill Cosby's brother.
No, Crosby.
Yeah, The Crosby Show.
Nope. You're dumb. David Crosby was in Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, or Crosby, Stills and Nash, and he
The cereal?
No, he's the one who I'll put this up here. Open image in new tab. Let's go here. Gosh darn, these images are small. But
Maybe you need new glasses
no. It's
or
just
magnifying
these
glass.
pictures. But yeah, David Crosby passed. Kind of crazy. He's a old school rock and roller.
Oh yeah,
So he's on the right there with
yeah.
he's with Stephen Nash right there from Crosby, Stills and Nash, and he's the one that like sired a baby with Melissa Etheridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
like I think he gave the. Yeah, when I say sired, that's pretty much all it was. Very strange. I don't like your question of the day anymore, Crazy. Hey, Amanda. He was a famous actor? No. Well, I mean, he might have had a role here or two. But actually, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, or Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, man, they were Woodstock, and they have a song called Woodstock. Um, and just a staple of classic rock. I hope you knew. I hope you're not just joking with me, Amanda.
What she
But,
said.
oh, he was on Roseanne. He was on Roseanne. Okay, yeah, he probably had small roles here and there.
Well, aren't they the ones with the long beards that always have their guitars swinging upside down and stuff?
What? No. So you know the song "Our House is a Very, Very, Very Fine House." That
Mm-hmm.
was Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Hmm.
They did Woodstock. I'm trying to think of some other big songs that they did, and I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But I mean, he's got a great voice. He always sang in the upper register a lot in the harmonies with Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and they just did awesome. So good voice, very, very good voice.
What did he die of?
I don't know.
How old was he?
Yeah. How old was he? Let me look. I haven't got that far. 81 years old.
Oh, okay.
So, oh, he also found the Birds. So if you know about the Birds band, and,
Like birds in general? He's pretty old.
the band, the
He
Birds.
found birds.
the Birds.
Did they sing bird, bird, bird? The bird is the word. The bird, 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 bird,
Nope.
bird.
That's not what they did.
Who does sing that then?
I used to know, and I can't think of it right now. It says the cause of death has not been revealed.
Murder then.
So, maybe.
It was
he kind of a
murder.
weird dude. He really didn't speak well of modern music. He didn't speak well of heavy metal at all.
Oh.
And he really had a lot of opinions, but sometimes I just, I dismissed that. Didn't like to listen to that very often because I'm going, as a musician, he should have been open to a lot of things instead of being closed off like that. It's kind of boring. But yeah, so let me look up some songs they did because I think
Do you think more musicians are open or close? Like, because you do think when it comes to art, people who are good at it sometimes get really snooty and will judge things that. So I wonder, musicians might not be that open to other music. Honestly,
I know metalheads used to be that way. They were like, if it's not metal, everything really sucks. And then you always had the punk guys hating the metalheads way back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because they all look very similar.
All I could think of is the scene from the Netflix horror show where they have to play music, and who does he have?
Holy shit, man! So the Birds.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that show called? The Netflix show with the kids against the monsters. Stranger Things. Stranger Things, where they go looking to play when they go to play music for the girl, and I don't know, I forget who it is, but because he's got all metal music, and they go, "That's not music," and he goes, "Yes, it is." He gets so angry because they tell him it's metal isn't music.
Right. So you want to hear the big song from the Birds?
Are we gonna get whatever from YouTube?
No, I think you're gonna go, oh shit, that's a big one.
Oh, okay, let's go.
So-
Go.
To everything turn, turn, turn.
Oh,
There is a season turn. You
that
guys
is
know
a good
right?
song.
It's a great song. That's a great
I
song.
thought
So
Moses sang it though, because it's so old.
it is damn old, but
It
I
is
mean, come
old,
on,
yeah.
dude.
It's a,
So
but
he
no,
was
it is a
part-
great song. That's
yeah, he
that's an
was
awesome
part of
song.
them. He co-founded that band, and then he also co-founded Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and then later it was Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. So, and then back to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So,
That's such a long name. It's like a lawyer.
well, it's their yeah, it's just their
partners.
names. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it was kind of a super group because all those guys had come from different.
I know,
bands.
but it's like, come
So,
on, come on.
Well, they were one of the first super groups out there, like pulling all the resources together, and
Mhm.
they knew they were all badass, like not only songwriters but singers, and they had the best harmonies going out there at that time. So when you listen to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, or Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young,
I really never heard you talk about them. Are you big on them?
I just have a lot of respect for their singing.
Okay.
And their songwriting ability. Damn, some of the songs they have are some of the most memorable songs ever.
I got that freaking Every Season song now stuck in my head.
Heck yeah.
All I can hear is turn, turn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Deja Vu, that was a big one from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Did
They
you
did
ever
Walk
hear,
by an Egyptian, right?
no, that's the Bengals.
I love how you never know when I'm being serious or not.
I knew you were serious. I just wanted
No,
to...
I didn't think
I knew the answer.
No, I didn't think that.
Yeah, you were serious.
Walk like an Egyptian. It's a female who sings that song.
So have you heard...
I do like the Bengals, though. I do like them. I do like the Bengals. They're cool.
I really don't. Did you guys...
You don't like Walk Like an Egyptian?
No.
That's a good song.
No,
How do you hate it?
It's just I grew up on it. I was younger, and I was starting to hit my teenage
Oh,
years.
it's such a
and I
good
really
song.
Friggin' hated that song. I liked the
Dude.
video. But so the other song that Crosby, Stills, and Nash did was Ohio.
Hell.
So did you ever hear that? For Dead in Ohio.
Don't believe I have.
You never heard that song? It was
Don't
talking
think
about
so.
the kids, the students that got shot at Kent
Who
State
they?
University.
Oh, I do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that was all about. So they sang that with Neil Young in the band.
All tragedy in Ohio all the time, huh?
See? Also sang Ohio. There you go. Your mom's on it, man.
Mhm.
80s Made, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Unfortunately, we're talking music again, but I hope you hang out.
Why'd you say unfortunately?
Well, he was like, I don't, you guys are talking about music. I'm not talking about music very much, but I want people to hang out with us anyway, even if, maybe they don't feel like they have input for the topic.
I mean,
So-
he can't. He can talk about music if he wants.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he wants to. That's my thing.
80s man, give us something about music, anything.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You've asked for it. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll see what he comes
Yeah.
up with.
Second Life, probably. That's funny. And see, 80s. What do you... Oh, she's saying...
Oh, maybe he'll think of 80s music, right?
She's saying hello, 80s Made.
But maybe 80s made likes 80s music.
He might. I'm sure he does. He likes 80s movies, so I'm sure that's probably true.
That doesn't mean he likes 80s music, though.
I like the Bengals too. Who dey?
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh man, yeah. So it's sad to see some of the rock legends die like this. I really hate it because
Well, the older you get, the more
It's the
celebrities
end of
you know are going to die. Like,
oh yeah, it's terrible.
it's
Like
just going to get worse and
Well,
worse.
if you think about it, we've already lost two big people
Michael Jackson and Macho Man Randy Savage.
this year. Wow, that's amazing.
No, but those are two people we've lost.
I
That are
said
big.
this year. I'm talking like some of the big.
Oh, this year? Oh, of 2023?
Yeah.
For like, what we at day 17 right now? Day 18?
Yeah, and we've already lost Jeff Beck, one of the biggest rock guitarists of all time, or not rock
Who'd he
guitarists, but just guitarists of all time.
who'd he pay for?
Who'd he play for? Jeff Beck, the Jeff Beck group.
I don't know who that
And
is.
he's the guitarist. Like he's who all the big guitar guys look to, and
Hmm.
he like showed them what to do. You know what I mean? Like he's who they look up to as a rock god. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. So he passed away, and then we just lost Crosby, and not that she's a part of, like she's a musician or anything, but Lisa Marie Presley died. So Elvis's
Yeah.
daughter. So
yeah, and they
that's-
just had that movie too.
yeah. So it's kind of strange. I mean, that she passed away suddenly that way, and
Yeah, I saw her in a bunch of interviews of people talking about the movie because that guy does sound like her dad. Like his voice,
yeah,
he sounds like Elvis, man.
yeah. It was a weird ass movie though. I didn't like the movie at all.
I didn't see
like
it.
it
You
at
didn't like it at all, really? Is that
I didn't
bad?
like it. It was strange. I was just like, what are we? What is the point of this movie? I didn't
What
love
part
it.
of his life did they do the most on?
They went up through later? Like they carried over the whole life.
They didn't focus like on his youth or the big time
Yeah.
or when he was
Both. I mean, all of
eating
it.
peanut butter sandwiches every day.
They took it all through, like everything.
Okay,
lot
they
of it.
didn't focus just on one. They kind
No.
of went over everything.
Yeah, I went through the whole time. I don't know. I just didn't think it was that.
But it
great.
wasn't good. Like I like that Johnny Cash movie. I thought Johnny Cash's movie was done really well.
Oh yeah, that was more almost autobiography or something. Almost
Mhm.
was like not autobiography. What do they call that? Biopic.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool in Johnny Cash's. They had so many other musicians
Yeah.
with him, and I thought that was such a cool thing.
Yep.
I still haven't watched Queen's movie, and that's supposed to be really good.
That is great, and I'll tell you, just watch it for the last scene because that alone.
Oh yeah, he really
Yeah.
does look like Eddie Mercury in that white
Oh, yeah.
T-shirt and stuff from the Live Aid. Yeah, he really does look like him, like crazy.
Mhm. Pretty crazy. Let's see. I'm trying to see anybody else. So, did you have anything else you wanted to put in for that rock show?
I
Because-
think, like you were saying with the money, I think it is a good investment for the amount of money you pay because you go to any seat you want. Like there really isn't a bad seat.
Look at this. 80s
Um,
hates everything. It's all good. And he said, "Crazy Matt isn't wrong." There you go.
But the
Okay.
80s had so many great things. How can he hate stuff?
Well, I don't know.
I have some of my best memories in the 80s.
Really.
My Christmases were the best in the 80s. I was
Yeah,
1 through 7 in the
Yeah, my-
80s.
80s were pretty good to me, I gotta say. Let's scroll up there. Yeah, they were okay to me. I like the 80s. 80s had the best movies, I think. Some of the best movies ever. Most memorable.
Well, yeah. Indiana Jones, Terminators,
Yeah, had great.
Die Hard's Lethal Weapons,
Yep. But, some of the festivals,
Aliens.
like, I guess this whole talk about the music for me.
See, I like music festivals. I think they
I-
are worth the money. I really do.
I don't like them that well, and it's mainly because you're going to see a whole shit ton of bands you hate for just the few acts you do love.
Like
And
if
I don't
you
think that's worth it. I don't.
Well, see, I've never went to one of those. I've always went when it's got a. I've got like, I'd say probably 15 bands at least. I
but
want
this
to
one
see.
looks like it's it, dude.
No, yeah, I'm not going to this one.
And
I'm
you
not-
remember
I'm not-
Lollapalooza, right?
Huh?
Lollapalooza.
Does that come here?
No, but you remember Lollapalooza.
Yeah, and they still
Okay,
happen
so
at times.
You remember the lineups at Lollapalooza? It was eclectic like this, and it was weird as hell.
Yeah, they would have Korn, but they'd also have Black Sabbath.
Okay,
I
that
remember
was
them
later.
being a bigger.
So back in
Uh,
the '90s, it was more alternative, and you would get like all the
Black Crows.
grunge bands and things like that, and it would fit better together because most of the rock, it wasn't like the heavy bands, it was more of the rock oriented stuff, and then the alternative rock. So it seemed to go together pretty well. But That only lasted a few, like a few years, and then
Well,
all
in
of a
the
sudden,
'90s had a lot of '90s had a lot of alternative rock. It was
yeah,
a big time for that.
right. We just watched The Last Crusade on Monday on 80s channel. Yeah, I saw that. That's
Ooh,
pretty cool. That's fun.
oh,
Good
I
movie.
love that.
Yeah.
We named the
I,
dog Indiana.
I guess
Junior,
you
Junior.
know. I guess for me, when I'm paying the kind of money that they expect for concerts now, because I think that's
Hmm.
the thing that's hurting me the most. I love to go to concerts and I love to see live music. So when I have to do that or when I want to do that, I'm paying $200 per ticket. When and it hurts a lot because I grew up in the era when you could see five bands for $12.
Yeah, no, that's what Booker used to always say.
But you know what? You know what's funny about that? It wasn't all that long ago. So when people say, "Oh, that was back in the day," that was in the '90s.
Dude,
So
Booker told me like on weekends, him and
wasn't
his
that long.
friends would go to like the airport, fly to California for like $20, and then go see a band. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And he's like, yeah, things used to be a lot easier. Things
Hell yeah,
weren't
man.
as-
I saw Rush for $25. You know,
That's fucking crazy, man.
I think it's awesome.
I'd like to see Rush. Yeah, I'd like to see them live.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend everybody go see them once because they just put on a great show. It's great.
Mhm.
It's fun, and Iron Maiden's the same way to me, just because of the way their stage is awesome just to watch. It's fun, and they have one of the most elaborate setups out of any band even today.
Hmm.
And but that's the fun thing for me is watching all these different bands live, and you can't do it like you used to. It takes a freaking mint just to go see your favorite artist anymore.
Hmm.
And it's
Well,
sad.
that's why I like the Rock on the Range. I feel like you're seeing so much more for cheaper
you get
than
more
if you were
bang
going
for
to
your
see.
buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with that is that the bang you're getting is maybe not the bang you're looking for.
What does that mean?
Bang for your buck.
Oh, Crazy Mad's coming at you. Get him. I'm
I
not
see
a
that.
Rush fan
That's
at
all right.
all. Get him,
Hey.
Crazy Mad.
I still love Crazy Mad. It's all right. You don't have
Cause
to love Rush
hey,
just because I
Derek, Crazy Mad. You know you'll be loving this shit right here. Cause he likes the biscuit.
do. Oh man, yeah. See, I can't
Back
respect his
up,
opinion
back
very well
up.
because
I like Limp Bizkit, so I think
he
they're
likes
fun.
biscuit. Hate them.
I understand though that people don't like them. I understand. I get it.
I
get
do
it.
understand why people do like them. I'm not a fan. So, I mean, for me, I don't know. I like a hell of a lot of music. I really do. I can't stand a
too.
lot of new stuff coming out. So, 80s made, he goes, I hate new stuff, not stuff from the 80s. So, he likes, obviously, you like 80s music, right? And I always tell my wife, because she's like, you're just picky and you're very, you're kind of stuck up about it. And I'm like,
She is right with that. You are a little stuck up with music.
but see, I don't think I am. I think when I go back and listen to stuff, I'm thinking to myself that the music quality that we're getting now is nowhere near the music quality we got back in even the 80s or whatever. When everything went synthesizer and went real drum machine oriented and stuff like that in the 80s,
I enjoy that though.
still had a very high quality of musicianship playing that stuff and driving that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I just saw the breakdown. Do you remember the band Kaja Gugu from the 80s?
That sounds familiar, but I don't know what a
Well,
song from them.
I bet you do know the song. It's the one that was Shy, Shy, Hush, Hush, I do I. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
It's a weird ass song, man. But this guy
I
on
just
the
love
bass line.
Crazy. That's awesome.
See, now I knew why I liked you. Okay, crazy. Anyway, but when this guy broke a bass part down for that song, and I thought, man, that song is shitty. I hated that song when it came out. Thought it was the worst song ever in the 80s,
He did that with Korn too for you, and you started
But this
respecting
guy,
Korn more.
but this other guy.
That's
broke
not the same
bass
show?
line down. No,
It's not the same show. Okay.
This guy was just talking about the bass, and he started showing it, and I was like, oh my
I'm all
gosh,
about the
bass
bass.
line is so intricate and so well performed, but it has this gloss of 80s in it, you know what I mean? And I don't like the overall song, but the parts that go into it are amazing. And I thought to myself, the quality that we got back then, even on songs we would consider shitty at that time, were still of good quality by today's standards. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird to think that way, but it's true. There was like a better musicianship out there. There's a lot of
I
simplicity.
think I think the '90s had really good music too.
Oh, it did. It did.
It's weird though. Like, what's become big in the music industry has been like your club music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Music you
that's
hear in a
mostly
club
pop
to like
music.
dance to.
Yeah, that's pop music. You know, that's where it's gone. And if you listen, a lot of the pop music isn't original anymore because, like a song like what I just said by Kajagoogoo.
I do
you
like
would
The
listen
Weeknd though.
But then you
I
would
like
listen
him.
to like Michael Jackson or somebody and listen to the diversity in the pop music back then.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson's a one
crazy.
in a million.
Yeah, but listen, I'm talking about diversity in the songs. Now, when you listen to pop, is there very much diversity between pop songs? You don't get to hear very much originality in the songs themselves.
I don't know though. Then you ever watch that Twitch stuff where a guy will do a song and he'll do like 10 songs and they all sound the same and they're not like from now. Like he'll do like, and it's crazy how many songs are very close to each other.
Well, that's
Even
what I mean.
big hit songs.
But what I'm trying to say is the diversity is less. They usually have a very like disco type of beat because that's
Damn
what
it.
goes in the clubs.
I
right?
want steak now and I do not have steak in my house.
I know, isn't that awesome?
No, it's not awesome. Wanting steak and I don't have it.
Oh,
That's
I
not
would
cool.
love to be cooking steaks. I think it's awesome.
Oh,
You
I
get some
know.
good steaks. But you know, the diversity is different. The diversity has changed, and to me, it's less. So I hear the quality of music being played out there, and that's why I get snooty because I'm like, these people can't really play their instruments. They're hitting a button, you know. Like even the synthesizer stuff, you see that thing with the squares on it, and all they have to do is go doing, doing.
I don't.
doing,
I
and it
I have
changes
no
everything.
idea. I have
It
no idea what
basically-
you're talking about.
Well, it basically plays it for them. You know what I mean? They don't have to play the keys themselves. They don't have to do any of it. It just basically plays the rhythms. It plays everything. And to
The rhythm
me,
is gonna get you.
yeah, I mean, I would rather hear Gloria Estefan playing that
Whoa! Why are you putting her down?
than all this.
What's
shit.
wrong with you?
I don't like Gloria Estefan. I'm not
Oh
a big fan.
God!
I had to
How
listen
do
to
you
that
not
music
like the
too
rhythm is gonna get you?
much. Posters was starting to run away.
She dances with a cat cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, no, that is not her. That's Paula Abdul. You got it mixed up.
Wait, no one even answered in the one group. I was disappointed. What? What is he
Uh-oh.
talking about?
Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, you were talking about Paula Abdul, dude. I was talking about somebody else.
I was just talking about the rhythm, man.
Yeah, Gloria Estefan is not Paula Abdul dancing with a cat.
Oh, you're right. That's my bad. That's my
Oh,
bad.
boy. Anyway,
That's my bad.
Anyway, what are we
Does
going
that make me racist?
Yes, leading the chat astray. Leading the chat astray. Ooh, uh-oh. They're having side conversations here. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway,
Well,
I
this
just
is
think
why you
these
need to
lineups-
watch the chat.
here's what I would say.
Once you get rich and
This
famous, you
lineup-
forget about the struggle.
They need to throw this lineup away or throw a day away and get 3 days of great bands. Get bigger acts and get acts that are like newer and bigger. Right? I mean, that's what
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Do you what?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Do you think they ought to wipe out a day and then get a couple bigger acts in there just to fill in the voids?
I would
think
have
it's-
preferred it because I feel like you're spending more money for less,
Yeah.
and you're getting a
So-
lot more smaller bands that you're not even going to be interested in.
Yeah, to me, this kind of stuff is why I don't like to go to concerts anymore.
Now, if they did 4 days with 3 headliners a day, well then heck yeah.
It's a
But
little different. Yeah,
But you took a
But-
headliner away and added a day. So you took a headliner away and then made it more expensive. That's not cool.
Right. Yeah, I think I would wipe this concert out, man. I wouldn't do it. Are you going to try to go to it? That's a
If
question.
I did, I would probably go to the Sunday for the Foo Fighters, nothing more. I've seen Godsmack and Tool. I don't need to see Tool again.
I think I'd pass.
I was disappointed with Tool.
I'm a little worried about Foo Fighters. They're not going to have their drummer, and it just makes me think. I want to see who they get before I would go see them.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I've always
I
taken
think
as drummers really don't matter, so you can put anybody in that slot. You get one of those. You can get one of those drum mixers off a piano.
Taylor,
Goes
I think, no,
no,
you're wrong because you couldn't do it. But here's the thing, with Taylor Hawkins, they were pretty special, and I think it's because of the relationship they had. You know what I mean? And the fact that he was a good drummer. I don't think he was a great, awesome drummer, but I think he was very good, and he fit their band perfectly. And that's why I would want to see them with him, not without him. So does that mean you can't go see him again? No, I just want to see who they're going to get to replace him. Because I've seen bands replace drummers, and then I'm like, man, it just don't work.
I mean, I honestly can't. So Crazy kind of helped us. Here's what's going on, Murph. Would you rather get 2 trading cards or a movie-sized poster with your campaign? Here's the thing. Are they shipping the poster with it
Yep.
being the shipping is the big thing with the poster?
Yeah, because if you fold my poster, I'm going to be a little pissed. I hate folded posters. I really do. That's why I try. I'm probably going to stay away from posters unless they're small.
The only way I would ever rather the trading cards is if there's more trading cards to go with it. Or it's bigger than a regular trading card. Or it's a metal card like ours that we had.
I mean, I think it depends on the art of the card. I mean, if they're really cool cards, I would be like, yeah. Because the
he said that no, but he's saying the poster and the cards are the same thing. He says it's the same art.
He goes, the poster will be landscape too because Crazy Mad is an idiot. Oh man, come on!
Damn, vicious in that
So he
chat.
said it'll be rolled up probably in a tube of some sort. I would do that. If you roll it, I'm okay, but if you fold it, I'm really not happy about it. He just wants to put both cards next to each other and call it a poster. That's a postcard, right? Anyway.
No, I remember Marvel used to have those where you'd get the 9 cards and put them together. The X-Men would be fighting in not Cerebo, but Danger Room.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, I like the connected cards. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are very cool.
But the poster's cool too. I really love the poster idea, but I want it in good shape so when I hang it up, it's nice. You know, it looks cool.
I like the idea of those metal posters. You see those things that they always advertise?
I don't know, man.
They look cool.
I would want to be able to pick the art for them. I wouldn't want just some random thing.
Well, yeah, you can.
So he says, no, literally print the art next to each other and call it a poster is what Crazy Mad wants to do. Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, you can do that. Why not?
Yeah.
But I would see a person rather a poster.
I mean...
No, but that's the whole question. 2 cards versus a poster. Well, yeah, it's not
I
poster's
think,
a poster.
If it was cards, I mean, are they oversized cards or are they going to be regular size? If they're oversized, I might think about it.
Oh, if they're metal, I really like the metal card we have. I want to make so many more of those. Come here.
Yeah, that was fun. I think everybody really liked the card once they got it. So
Yeah, it's nice and shiny. Who doesn't like a shiny thing?
Yeah. Well, it's durable. It's got a unique look.
You can kill someone with it.
Well, but our card is unique. I mean, I do think it was one of the more unique metal cards out there. So I really thought it was fun. He says they're basically mirrored images the way I understood.
Ooh,
The cards would probably be
holographic.
holographic. Yeah.
That
that's
is cool.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
that in a long time, man. That's
Man,
fun.
that was a big thing in the 90s, those cards having that.
Remember, I would get Wizards, the Wizard magazine, and they would have the holographic ones in there sometimes. Like they would be weird cards, but they were cool just to watch all the time.
I remember when the NBA did 3D cards, and you'd have to put on glass. Yeah, very weird.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw those. Those are fun. I don't know, man. I guess it depends on what it looked like. A lot of it.
Crazy Mad. Trading cards are not gay.
I like trading cards, man.
Yeah, I do too. That's not cool, Crazy Mad.
Yeah, we got our cards, and I think they're cool as hell. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's a regular poster that you could like tape to a wall, I think a regular poster is more gay than cards.
Oh wow, no, not me. I like
because when you think of a kid's room, they have posters.
I like posters. It's just the problem is the way that you have to.
You don't have any posters in your house.
I don't have any place to put them. But
yeah, because it would look gay. It would look gay if you did.
It wouldn't look gay. It's cool as hell.
They're going in a shoebox.
They probably are. You're right. All kids are gay. but I just think it depends on what you like better. You know what I mean? Why don't you give people the option, Dean? Let people opt in for the poster or opt in for the cards. How about that?
Yeah, how about think outside the box, Dean? You know, how about you give your fans what they want? Give them what they want. Listen to the fans.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
I made you cry a little bit.
No, it didn't. I got itches in my eyes here.
Oh, yeah, it's called tear itches.
It's called dry.
It's called tear itches. Look at you, you're starting to sniff.
So,
you need tissue.
I don't know, man. We're this is the kind of stuff we're gonna think about next time, and I hate it. I got to be honest. This is one of my least favorite parts about the crowdfunding was figuring out what perks, like what stretch goals and shit. I thought that was difficult. And
what do people actually want?
We got advice from people from many different directions, and it was very confusing. I didn't love it. I got to be honest. And the reason why is because a lot of people think differently about each of those things. You know, some people like posters, some people want cards, some people want prints, other people don't want shit, and other people want stickers.
Some people just want Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's true. It's very true. And I don't want to have to think about that. You know what I mean? But I think some of the stuff's cool. I will tell you, there was like tchotchke overload for a while too, where people were just throwing all kinds of crazy shit in their campaigns, and I thought, nah, that's just too much. I don't really care about it. So don't like it. Puzzles are fun. I think that's awesome. You know. Value to me though, like if I could buy a puzzle because I chose to buy it, that's fine, but I don't know if I'd care about it being in the campaign. So I know. Well, you are a wizard, Dean. You create great art out of thin air, dude. We're wizards. We are wizards.
Yeah, but you're both evil wizards, so suck it.
That was supposed to say fact, but whatever. And it said fact.
Oh, I thought you meant he meant that instead of wizard, and I was like,
okay.
How'd you get fact to spell?
He said there are no posters, so it's going to be basically the two cards printed next to each other. Is that what you're saying?
Or is he saying there's no posters in the community?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to have all this time to talk about it next week, Dean.
Wait. Who's the last person that had an actual poster in their whatever thing?
Well, I mean, when I got Battle Brick Road, I got a folded poster. And it's not the end of the world, but, I'm just not a fan.
I thought it was more of a print because it seemed small.
Well, folded, it's like this big folded. So when you
you're right.
Bigger.
You're right.
I mean, it's probably, it's a good size. It's not great big, but it was good size. I like my posters unfolded. That's why I like prints the best. because they're more durable. They're on
Yeah,
thicker
no, I don't want
cardstock,
my poster folded. I want any
Yeah.
folded creases.
and they
Screw
don't
that.
fold. So you can put them right there in the Gemini mailer. They go well with the box, and they don't get damaged as easy. And if they get damaged, usually everything is damaged at that point. So there's nothing you can do about it. So there are many posters out there. Nothing like a movie poster, though. No, I love movie posters. I do, but I want them to be cool as hell and not, folded. Because you never get those folds out. No matter how well you try, they never unfold. So if they're rolled, that's great. I will tell you, man, I don't trust the mail system anymore, though, at all. We lucked out. I don't think we had one person have damaged goods when we sent everything out and fulfilled our campaign.
No.
At least that we were told. So I don't think anybody had damage. We were lucky. We just had like 2 documents that were some of the most important documents that we were waiting on forever. And like we were waiting on a reimbursement check of a lot of money for my son's college. And then we were also waiting on a title for a car. Both items got lost in the mail within a month.
Oh.
Both of them got lost. And so I don't trust the mail system right now.
And when you say lost, they were never able to find them?
Yeah, not recovered. And
so what do you do?
Well, we had to call and tell them, hey, the check got lost. And then they put a stop payment on that, and then they have to issue another one. And then we had to get a lien release for the title, and I actually had to go get the title printed at the B&B instead of having them send it to me. And that kind of stuff you don't want to mess around with. That shit those are important documents, and the mail just don't give a shit anymore. The mail used to be a coveted position. Do you remember that? Like, people wanted to be part of the mail system, like, because it paid well and you got great benefits.
It was a federal job.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a federal job. I mean,
yeah, it is. But it's a sought after job. Now, I don't know if it is, dude. Like, people don't give a shit. And if it is, why are they not doing quality work?
Dude, we had when we were kids playing basketball, we had a mailman that would always come and he would play with us for a couple seconds, and he'd be wearing shorts. And the best was one day he was like walking, and we'd give him crap, and a bird literally pooped on his head. And we're all like 12, and we're all like, "You got it on your head." He was so pissed, and we just loved it.
That's
and we called him
because
he would. What? I'm talking here. Why are you showing artwork while I'm talking?
Well, now you know how I feel. I'm getting interrupted every 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I'm interrupting stuff that's boring.
No,
when
you're
I'm
not.
talking, it's not boring.
Anyway, as a UPS employee, I can honestly say they gaff about your stuff. I know what it means. Does Murph know what the gaff means?
Yes. Don't give a French fry.
Okay.
French fry.
No, there's not 2 F's there. 1.
Don't give a finger. Not a finger. Don't give a fragile. Don't give a fragile.
Fragile.
It's a, what he kept saying, type of reward.
He's like, it's a special award. Right?
Yeah, but he kept saying something to it. I can't remember.
Fragile,
but,
it's French. Love it. Yeah. So anyway, I know, crazy. They don't, and it's nuts, man. Like, they get paid for that shit. That's their job. Why would they not give a fuck? Like, why not? So, and I guess it just comes down to, it's the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would want done unto you. Why would you want your shit treated that way? So why do they not treat it well? I don't know.
Because it's a job. You get jaded.
You can get jaded, but get the fuck out, man. Like, don't do it no more.
Dude, you for 30 years and you've only worked at your job 28.
I ain't been at my job 28. What are you talking about?
How long you been there? 25?
23.
I was close.
But
you've been jaded for 28 years. You haven't even been there 20 years.
9 years, man. I'm going to retire.
Too bad 9 years from now they're going to be like, oh, retirement age is 82 now.
They probably will, but you know what?
Shush.
I'm going to do my 32 and out, and I'm done. Retirement. Then I can draw all day.
You know the day after you're going to get hit by a car
Probably.
going out to the mail.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. Because they're 17-year-old kids who don't want to be there. Yeah, I know. But damn.
Oh, yeah. Actually, though, a 17-year-old kid working at UPS, that's a good job at 17.
Damn, that's a damn good job for a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
they have to be probably 18 to work there, though, right? I would say. Probably.
Well, no, if you're just a package person and not a driver,
Yeah, that's
you could probably be 16. And
probably true. So, anyway. So the music world's hurting. I mean, I guess, what's your commentary overall about that festival, dude? Because to me, when I think
it's
of
disappointing.
like that, well,
It's disappointing.
Do you think there are bigger acts out there that they could get to headline this right now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Metallica. You get Metallica there again. Tool's pretty big, especially because they don't tour a lot. So
Okay.
Tool is still a pretty good get.
But
I mean,
Tool wasn't on there.
Yeah, Tool and Godsmack is the Thursday.
Oh, you're right. Tool is a good get, I guess.
Yeah, Tool's a good get. I think Foo Fighters are a good get too.
Okay. Yeah,
But
they are.
I have no interest in Rob Zombie or Kiss. I like the Deftones. I think I like the Deftones more than most people would. So I like that they got them. It's just I'm disappointed because the 4 days didn't make it better. It made it worse. So it's like this would have been better for 3 days jamming it in.
I guess I'm looking for the days of just something like, back in our day, like, I guess remember in the 90s how great concerts were. You could go see so many bands, and it was ridiculous, dude. And they were all mostly.
But here's the thing:
You know what
if
I
you
mean?
look up at different years of Rock on the Range,
Yeah,
I feel like it did lose some when it went to Sonic Temple. The lineups hasn't been as good as when it was Rock on the Range.
Right.
If you look at those through the years, they've had some really good years. Then they have had some years that have been pretty crappy though too. But
Right.
they've had great years. Like the Metallica really was a good one. Like again, they had Volbeat, they had Korn, they had Primus, they had Breaking Benjamin, which I love Breaking Benjamin. So whenever they're there,
Volbeat isn't on there.
huh?
I wonder why Volbeat isn't on there.
They just might not be touring.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like you get that too. Sometimes people aren't touring. I'm surprised because of COVID that not everyone's touring now. Like
Yeah.
you think everybody would be, which I guess Kiss kind of touring.
Well,
I guess
this
Kiss
was
is
supposed to
probably
be- This was supposed to be Kiss's final farewell tour, like final. But they keep saying that, and then they go tour more.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to
When are you gonna end
believe.
it, dude. I don't think they'll ever end it.
For Rob Zombie to be one of the headliners, I think they're a terrible get for a headliner.
I don't know. I think about them, and I'm like, they are pretty well known, and they're well liked by a lot of people. So
Yeah, I'm not paying
I
that
hope-
amount of money to see them.
no, I wouldn't want to. Avenged Sevenfold, I really don't care for. They're
I
fine.
do like some
know
of their
they're big.
stuff. Some of their stuff. Yeah, they are pretty big. They're
I mean,
big
I know they're
worldwide too.
Yeah, I just don't care for them. But like, Tool's
But
cool.
like
I
that
don't
year
think
with
about
Korn, they also had, like I said, Breaking Benjamin. They had Alter Bridge. They had Shinedown. They had Seether. They had Papa
man.
Roach. They just had so many people there. Like it was such a good amount of bands.
I'm just not into a lot of that style. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
would
you're
rather
into
see
the-
some different bands.
You want to see 90-year-olds in their diapers singing
No, I don't. I want to see
about
other
Oklahoma.
cool stuff. Like, so if you're going to go eclectic like this, why not get a couple prog rock bands in there? That'd
Like
be
who?
cool.
Like who would you?
I mean,
Who do you think's big enough to?
well, Porcupine Tree.
Like you say, are they pretty big? They're well known.
Prog, and I think they would fit in this lineup. I mean, they've got so many different types of bands; they could fit them in. Um, I would just like to see some other people come in.
Like
it was
Goo Goo Dolls.
well, think about it. It's surprising. Goo Goo Dolls, dude. Suicidal tendencies. Look
What's
at
wrong with
suicidal
Goo Goo
tendencies.
Dolls?
It's kind of crazy to see suicidal in a lineup. You know?
I mean, they've always had kind of like they had Machine Gun Kelly there the one year, which he's different than a lot of the bands.
Well, suicidal, not by different, but I just mean they're kind of older. I didn't know they were still that popular, and I didn't realize that they were even doing much now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see them was a kind of a surprise. It's cool, but I thought it was just a strange lineup to see that.
Yeah.
You know, it would be cool to see other bands get mixed up in stuff like this. I'd like to see some blues bands, like.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because there are bands I would like to see that I would never go to their own concert, but like Joan Jett, like that would have been cool that year for me to go see her. Because I'd never see her, but I do like her. Like you know,
right. I got to see Joan Jett and Heart. That was a great show. But Rival Sons is blues. So on the Kiss Rob Zombie day, Rival Sons they are blues, but you could get a few different people that are like bigger like blues names, and I don't know. Like if you're going to change up the styles, then really get some diversity in there, and make it cooler with some bigger acts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only reason I say diversity is in style, because, you know, some of these acts I'm going, really? I don't understand why they're there. And to be honest, most of these smaller bands, nobody's going to give a shit about.
Because when Soundgarden was supposed to be there, they had like Bush and Chevelle before them.
Yeah.
I always wanted to see Chevelle.
Yeah,
I've never seen them.
Bush at that time was kind of big, man. You know?
What?
Chevelle got
Four or 5
later.
years ago?
Well, no, it's been
Bush
a long
was
time for Bush. Bush was.
Yeah, Bush was in the 90s, right?
Yeah. You know, they were more popular.
Glycerine! I like Bush, so.
I don't.
I like Gavin.
Yeah, I always like, you know, Stone Temple Pilots. And
I do too.
And then I'm trying to think of who else I listened to. Geesh, there were quite a few bands back then that I thought were cool.
Why don't
they mix in? So they got Avenged Sevenfold. Why not mix in some like heavier acts? You know?
Well, Trivium's there, right? They're heavy.
Yeah, they are. That's true. Get Megadeth in there, man. I'd love to see Megadeth in there.
You imagine if they had Megadeth and Metallica at the same time?
Yeah, it'd be great.
If they got him on stage with them?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Put
Anthrax in there too. Then you would have 3 of the big 4 in there. I mean, why not? You know, those acts would be just amazing. People would just come for those acts alone. So,
Red Hot Chili Peppers would have been cool. I want to see them live. You don't like them?
Yeah, I'm up and down with them. Like the last album they put out was weird, but then the one right before it, which was only a few months between, was fantastic. So they're just really up and down for me. They're hot and cold all the time.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. So I am going to announce I want to start doing some short videos. I probably won't do like a stream, but it'll be pre-recorded, and I'm going to be doing a thing called the Count-In, and it'll be the Count-In with Derek Clay, and it'll be on this channel.
It's basically you dressing up like the Count from Sesame Street.
Yeah. 1 2
You're doing your top 10 songs of the year.
So yeah,
song 10.
Yeah, but it is considered. You know, this will be called the Count-In, and it's going to be me talking on various musical topics, and they'll just be short videos, but it'll be something that'll like I might cover the death of David Crosby, like we did tonight, but it would be just a little short video on that, or it might be on a famous bass player or a song or just lyrics. Who knows? I'll just hit on whatever I feel like and just go from there. And then Murph, were you going to try doing some things yourself? Or are you not ready to announce?
Not ready to announce because there's things I'm thinking about and I'm not sure what I want to do.
Yeah,
first.
so we're trying to expand the channel a little bit, do some things that are a little bit different, and have fun with it. We don't always want to be talking about music on here. I don't think we do. I think we do often, but that's because music and comics are pretty important to both of us, and I think they're fun. They're good topics.
The more I listen to music, the less I'm depressed. Music really does uplift me.
And I'm telling you, dude, my cousin called me out of the blue, and I'm going to say this out loud. He called me out of the blue and just said, "Hey, man, I got this drum set," and he was talking about this really cool drum kit, and he was like, "I want to hang out. I just want you to come over and see this really great drum set that I have."
Oh, cool!
So he had me come over and we played. He's only a few years older than me, and so we've been playing almost as long as each other since high school and all that. And we're going to get together and play some songs together. Just, I'll jam on a song and then he'll jam on a song. And we kind of nerd out on the drums. And so it was a lot of fun, but it got me into music, like listening again and being like really excited about it. And then Porcupine Tree just came out with a new album, so I'm losing my shit over that because it's fantastic. And then Riverside is getting ready to release an album. So there's things coming out that I've been listening to that are just great and I love. And it gets me excited and it makes me want to play again. So we will be talking about that. Meanwhile, we're going to be working on book 2, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So you are in the stages of what?
What, like at what page I'm writing right now?
No, just what are you doing with it right now, or in general?
Writing.
Well, okay, you got to say that to everybody. I'm trying to lead you in. I'm currently writing right now.
I'm writing book 1. Book 2?
Yeah, book 2. We already
book 2 and 3 together.
Yeah, we're gonna try to tackle 2 and 3.
Yeah, and put them out at the same time.
Yeah, so people are getting more content. Because people like Crazy Mad, how little hissy said we shouldn't have ended on a cliffhanger, but that's the way it goes. We did a single floppy issue, but we're thinking maybe we ought to do a little more content, and then we can still treat it as like 2 floppies, but it'll be the size of.
We'll give people the option, but you get the whole story all in one instead of having to wait.
Yeah, so it'll be around 60 pages.
So we'll have like a graphic novel edition that's like 90 some pages. Then we'll have actual 30-ish pages of books.
The 90 page will be issue 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, as a graphic novel.
Yeah, but the second thing we're going to release will be 2 60-page issues, and you can either
2
get them
30-page issues.
Yeah, or you can get them together or separate, right?
Yeah.
And so it'll give people a little more option, but also then they'll be able to combine it with the first and have a complete set, a complete arc, which would be awesome. So it will take probably a little longer to produce, but we're not going to be pressured on timelines. We're going to work at it as we can, because we do still work day jobs, and we're going to go and we're going to drive it, man. We're going to try to put it out there. So we love our story. We know it's good. I think we can still build an audience bigger than what we had. And, that may not all lie in CG. We'll see. I mean, we like CG a lot, but I think we need to expand past that. And we've heard several people talk about it, saying you have to expand past CG to grow your audience. And so that's what we're going to have to do. and I hope we do. I think there's a lot of things, a lot of avenues we haven't taken yet, and yeah, we got a lot of work to do, I guess. So, but yeah, I did a little bit of new work on Mare, just drawing. I need to get my hand back into drawing again, but I like this.
Who is that?
Mare.
I knew it would annoy you just for me saying that.
Yeah, you're annoying.
I don't think that's one of our characters. That looks like somebody totally different.
Well, yeah, he'll be getting that armor down the road though. So.
Oh yeah.
I was just wanting to draw, and I need to get back into it, and then hopefully get to work on some thumbnails soon. And then once we
we got to get together.
Yeah, and then once we do that, we'll be hammering out some pages and assembling a team again. Hopefully. So, but that's where we're headed, and it's pretty cool because I think we're going to take some different approaches this time, and it'll
probably be more aggressive with stuff. Do a lot more shows. Stuff like that. Get out on social media and everything like that.
Yeah. So be on the lookout. We'll have some new artwork coming. We'll have all kinds of new stuff probably. So, yeah, I can't wait, man. It's going to be pretty cool. So, alrighty. Well, I think I'm done with the show. You have anything else you want to add?
Hey, is Mo here or no?
I think he left. I think he went over to. Everybody was probably watching the return of Sean over there on.
What's he doing?
What's he doing? Reaper Destroyer. Come on, help me.
Damn it! Now that you did that to help you.
You ain't helping me at all.
No, I know. Reaper Destroyer. Oh my God!
Joe Sontag.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Damn
so
it.
Anyway, yeah.
I should have just said Fred Durst.
Yeah, they said Sean was coming back, so people are probably going back between that. And that's fine,
Sean's real cool.
Sean's a great guy. And
yeah, he is a great guy.
I hope he's back to doing his normal stuff. We can get to see him on streams again. And
do you know why he left, or is that not something that's known?
Well, there's been some family things, and that's why they had that big CG.
You're right.
Yeah, they had the big auction. So yep. But anyway, so it looks like 2023 is going to be a new starting point for us, and I can't wait to get it rolling, man. And I want
like Limp Bizkit.
Push my abilities.
Rolling.
Keep that out of your mouth. Anyway, I guess that's it. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, just we're going to be trying new things. We're going to try to be more in the community. Just look for things to come. We should even do something with Amazon or something soon to have our book to being able to be sold normally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we got to figure out where we want it. So we're going to be getting a website put together, and then
maybe.
Well, when I say website, it could be like a Wix site, something simple, but it would be something that could host links for everybody to be able to get to our stuff, and then connect to CG Now. That's the ultimate goal to do for this first book.
Yes.
And once we're able to do that, then it's going to be, easy. But we also need to figure out how we want everybody to be able to get the book. I think a question I was having was if people get those books on CG Now, were they still the same issue that they were offering on the campaign, or were they changing those books slightly? And I don't know if they did that or not. I like the idea of changing it slightly, but on the other hand, it's harder to do. It's more work. It makes you think, is it worth it? And I kind of like our first book being in the hands, because for one thing, the created version of that book is my, that's a vision we had of that finalized version of that book, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to alter it is very difficult because then you're like, man, I've already thought this was the final version. So we got to figure out how we want to do that. But we will be putting all those updates out there very soon.
Yes.
So, okay.
Things like Fred Durst say are rolling. What? Rolling. Come on, rolling.
Rolling out. Roll out.
Does he say? He might say that. Does he?
No. That was Optimus. Anyway.
Optimus, let's roll.
Son of a bitch. Don't forget his phone call, lad.
Don't forget your phone call, Ed.
You gotta love it. Don't forget his phone call, Ed. No, it's bad.
You son of a bitch!
Come on now.
Come on now.
I love Nicolas Cage.
He's so good in that movie. So
He's
good.
good in everything he does.
Not
I still gotta watch that movie where he plays himself.
Not everything, man. Not everything.
No, he's good in everything. You
I
shut it.
don't know, dude.
You shut it.
I don't know, dude.
You don't
What was the movie? Where he's in the
National
airplane?
Treasure,
No, the one that made him like
Air Force, Con Air.
Con Air. I friggin' hate that movie, dude.
How do you hate that movie?
It's so like dumb the way he acts in that movie.
Ah, that's perfect.
No.
He should have got an Oscar.
Shit. Okay, guys, I can't stay in here anymore and hear this bullshit.
I can't stay and sit anymore.
All right, we will see you guys next week.
Good night. Like, subscribe, send this to your mother.
That's right.
Tell your mother we love her. Tell your mother I said hi.
Okay, Durst.
That's not a Fred Durst thing. That's like a Mark Wahlberg thing.
Oh, okay.
Tell your mother I said hello.
Terrible. Terrible.